Assignment 4, Margie Wegener, client interview video. Well, hi Raph and Sal. Thanks for coming in today.
Thanks for having us, Margie.
Can I get you some water?
Yes, please. That'll be nice.
Thank you.
Did you have far to come?
Thank you.
Not really, no. And the traffic was pretty good, so it was nice and easy to get here.
Good.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, so we've got a bit to get through in our meeting, but it's lovely to meet you. Thank you for choosing me. Really excited about your wedding.
Yeah, we're really excited that you're going to do it for us.
Oh,
Can't
thank
wait.
you.
Yeah.
I can't wait. Well, before we get into the serious stuff, the paperwork, where did you guys meet?
Do you want to tell the story or you want me to?
No, you can't just start shit.
So we just met in a bar, nice bar in Surfers where we live now. So yeah.
And you're from Brazil, right?
Yes, I am. Yeah.
So how long had you been in Australia before you guys met?
I was here almost around by 4 years, something like that.
Wow.
And I went to that bar, and
So you'd already decided that you liked, obviously, where you were staying in Australia. You wanted.
yes,
Yeah.
like since from the first day when I arrived here, and I really liked Australia, and especially now with her.
And how long since you met in the bar in the Gold Coast?
Yeah,
It's been 4.
it's been almost 4 years.
Yeah,
Oh,
coming up to about 4.
Great.
Yeah.
So now you're finally getting married.
Yep.
This is great.
Yeah, we're pretty excited.
Yeah.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah.
And will you have some family or visitors coming from Brazil, right?
Yeah. My mom, she's coming, and some of friends as well.
Oh, lovely.
Mm.
So we've got a bit of paperwork to do today.
Okay.
We're going to do my marriage ceremony booking form.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll be able to share your details with me, and we'll make sure we get all of that accurate and correct. We've got our notice of intended marriage.
Yep.
That's one of our government forms. This is important. It's your marriage application.
Okay. Yeah.
It's important we get it filled out correctly. I lodge this with your official marriage certificate.
Yep.
So even though we do some of the paperwork now, I hold it until after you're married. Then I just lodge it all together
Okay.
with
Yeah.
birth certificates and marriage.
That
Yeah.
sounds good.
Yeah,
Yeah. So you just keep that here, and
that's
and then,
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All goes together. Okay. Cool.
Yeah. And even though this is saying, so it's your intended marriage, we need to sign this within 18 months of your marriage date
Okay. Yeah.
and at least 30 days before your wedding.
Yeah. We've got heaps of time, so that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
good. Lots of time for us to plan.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I do need to see documents from you, birth certificates and a passport and driver's license. Do you have those today?
I have my drive license and my passport, but I don't have my birth certificate. But I'm going to Brazil in 1 month.
Oh, in a month. Okay.
So I'll bring this document.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. And unfortunately, I forgot. I know you let us know, but I thought, once we get it all together, we can.
Great.
If that's
Okay.
all right.
What we'll do is we'll fill out as much as we can today, and we'll make another time when you get back from Brazil.
Yeah.
And then we'll finalise that then. We have enough time.
Good. Yeah.
So that's not a problem at all.
Cool.
Okay, great.
Have you thought about incorporating anything traditional from Brazil in your wedding ceremony?
We are talking about it, we have some ideas, but we're not certain what's gonna do yet. We're thinking about it.
Yeah, they have like these little cakes. Like we went to a wedding in Brazil last year, And at the end, they have these little cakes that all the guests can take, and they're really beautiful. And we think we might have that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, lovely.
The cake's calls well married. So
Well married.
Yeah.
probably
They're really
you
cute.
might introduce it in your way as well.
Yeah.
Oh.
But you should think about it because you need to find out certain person to make those and
Okay, so you need someone to make it.
Yeah.
exactly.
And then it's wrapped.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
got
like
a
wrapped
little
like
bow on
a
it.
gift, a small
Okay.
gift.
Yeah.
Oh,
And so
okay.
need the professional should know how to
How to
do
do
it.
it.
Yeah.
Mhm. And have you already thought of a venue for your ceremony
Yeah.
and reception?
Yeah, we've actually already paid a deposit, and it's North Burleigh Surf Club.
Oh,
So,
lovely.
yeah, we love that. It means a lot to us, that area. So, yeah, it's,
So that would be a beach wedding?
yeah,
it's-
yeah. We'll have the ceremony at the front on the beach, and then come back for the reception at
Oh,
the surf
nice.
club.
That's
Yeah,
a lovely venue.
really nice.
So I do have to remind you that it's Australia with weather, thunderstorms,
Yeah.
and also hot weather. can
Yeah.
be. So do you have a backup plan in the event of wet weather?
Yes, we do.
Yeah,
The venue it's provided or set plan if you need to if it's rain or something else they provide the other options.
yeah. They've got like a room set up that we'll be able to use if something happens. So,
And what time are you getting married? Do you know the ceremony?
not exactly yet, but
We're thinking about it about the exact time, but probably around by 3 or
around 3. That's
Okay.
kind of what. Yeah,
Yeah.
thinking. Hey.
Well, it's a good idea to keep the sun and the heat in mind as well, or
Yeah.
recommend that guests wear a hat or bring a parasol, or just keep that in mind with the time
Yeah.
too, and the time of year.
Yeah.
So we've got the notice of intended marriage. We've also got a declaration of no legal impediment to marriage. So I'll just go over a few points here, and then we can start filling this out. By no legal impediment to marriage, it's saying that neither of you is currently married to another person or in a prohibited relationship, and that obviously you are both over 18.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can safely say that.
Yes.
And Sal, you mentioned to me that you had a type of ceremony in Brazil last year when you were visiting home.
Yeah.
I just need to make sure that that was definitely not a legal marriage in any way.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't. There was no paperwork or anything like that, and it was
a blessing.
it was more like a blessing
A
ceremony.
blessing.
Yeah, which is kind of, and it was at Rafa's family's church, but yeah, there was definitely no
Oh,
no
how
legal, but it was
lovely.
great. Yeah.
And who did that?
The pastor from the church,
Oh,
Yeah, the
how
local-
lovely.
the local.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
So I've got Sally, you'll be able to write here, and
Yep.
I've got a clipboard there as well for Raf, and I have another pen.
Mm-hmm.
With the notice of intended marriage, I'll just show you on the front page here the privacy notes under section 42 of the Marriage Act. It explains how we can't be solemnised unless the notice of the intended marriage is filled out and received, and also that all of your information is safe and private.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I will take care of following that, and if you want to read as well, there's any notes that are attached there. I can. So I'll just ask that I'll start. I'll just make sure I get these details correct. We'll do Sally first, and then Raf. So we'll do the bride's details first, and then the groom,
Mm-hmm.
if that's okay.
Yeah.
And what's your usual occupation, Sally?
A travel agent.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you, Raf?
I'm a courier driver.
Courier driver. So I do want to actually fill your exact, because we don't have your birth certificate details today, can you tell me your name as it appears exactly on your birth certificate? It's Sally, Sally.
Yeah, that's it. And
Yeah.
then my middle name's Anne, Anne.
And your last name?
Stewart.
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 And yours, right?
Raphael, Rafael.
Mm-hmm.
Marçal, Marc, but with
Mateo.
Ateo,
Mm-hmm.
Al, Paulino, Paulino.
Okay. Sally, I'm going to ask you to fill out the details here.
Yep.
I've added the ceremony date. I've just put that the time is to be advised.
Yep.
Let me know of any of these details that change or as they're updated. That
Yeah.
would be great.
Yep.
I've got their North Burleigh Surf Club. I found their address and I've put that in.
Great.
I've just also asked at this time if you know who your witnesses might be, what their full names are, and anyone who's in your wedding party.
Yeah.
So as much as you could put in there would be
Sure.
lovely. And I'll just ask you some questions, Raph.
You okay?
So you've never been validly married, widowed or divorced before?
No, I haven't.
Okay, so you are single. So your birthplace, right?
My town, that's our, but that's called Lins, Lins, and the state is São Paulo state.
SAN.
Paulo, São Paulo.
And your date of birth?
15th of July 1983.
Your total period of residence in Australia?
April, June, July, August. 7 years and 4 months.
Okay. So it has months here, so we'll write 7 years and 4 months. So now I'm going to have you fill in this section here. It asks for your father's name in full, if known, mother's name, father's country of birth and mother's country of birth.
Okay.
There's a section here if you've been previously married, so we'll just leave that section.
Okay.
Are the parties related to each other? We'll safely say no. And then I just need you to sign on this side.
Okay.
And I can witness your signature once you've signed. I'll sign and date that there. Can I take that board for Raphael?
Sure.
Thank you. You finished that one? Oh,
No.
thank you.
Okay.
So just this section here, please, Raph.
Okay.
Would you like me to write TBA for any sections I'm not sure of yet, or?
Yep. It's okay.
You think
Yeah.
it's okay?
Yeah.
The red light hasn't come on.
Yeah. Just devo baixar.
Oh, okay. Sorry, Sal.
That's okay. Would you like me to put TBA for
Yeah,
any
That'd
sections
be
I
great.
can't fill out?
Yeah, fantastic. Thank you.
And a witness, that can be anyone
Over the
That's
18,
over
over
the
the
age
age
of
of 18.
18. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Sometimes it's the best man and the matron of honour or the bridesmaid. Sometimes it's the parents.
Okay, yeah, so it
It
can be,
really can be anyone as long as they're over the age of 18.
yeah, we might have a chat about that and work that out
Yeah.
too, yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
I think that's sort of, and do you want me to
Okay.
fill out for
Yeah, if
Rafa
you
as
can
well?
fill out what you can, that would be a big help on there. So if you sign the second page there, Raf, I'll be able to witness underneath that.
Okay. Sign off part 2.
That's right. So yeah, you are party
Party
2.
two.
Yeah.
Did you want me to put for the wedding party Tiago and do you want me to put them there yet, or and Bruno?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, big.
Thank you. I'll give that one to Sally.
Palmyra.
Same down. SENDAO with 2 and in the top.
And Tiago, TH. Oh, yeah, Tiago.
I can't remember his
Yeah.
full name.
Do you know where your father was born, Raf?
He was born in Brazil.
I'll just get you to write that one there too. That's okay.
Sorry.
No problem. Okay. There's that one for you. And Sal, if you could do the same here. Just your parents' details
Mm-hmm.
and your date of birth.
27th of the 7th, 83.
And where were you born?
Mullumbimby.
And that's in New South Wales.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. So same thing. If you could do your parents' details and just give me a signature here, I'll sign off on that witness there, and the rest there is to be filled out by me.
Okay.
We'll need to, as I said, when we meet again, still within that 18 months, we've got plenty of time, but I will need to see the birth certificate here,
Yeah.
current driver's license, and identification with a photo, which could be a passport.
Okay.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, great. So there's
Thank
that
you.
one. Thank you. Thank you, Raf. That's lovely. That's going to be a great wedding party with 3 bridesmaids.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
so much
And there's going to be
fun.
the 3 groomsmen, but
Yeah, I
Just
can't
gonna
remember
see if
my
they're coming
friend's
from over.
surname, but I will.
Oh, that's
I would like
okay.
to know.
And they'll be coming from Brazil.
Yeah, like
Oh, those
they're
two
both. They're both. They live here.
Oh, they live here.
Yeah, they're
Okay.
living here. So yeah,
Great.
some other friends of mine. They're coming from Brazil. Yeah.
Lovely. Is there somebody that I could have as an emergency contact if I couldn't, for the day? It's always good to have a couple of phone numbers.
I think your mom.
Yeah, my mum.
Okay, and that's Lee.
Lee Stewart.
Yeah. Do you know her number, or will we just add that?
Not off the top of my
Okay,
head.
that's all right. We
Yeah.
can add her number. Is there anyone's number you'd like to add, Raf?
My friend Bruno. Yeah,
Sure.
I can give you his number right now if you want.
Yeah, sure. Why not? We've got time.
Yeah. It's gonna be my best man. So yeah,
Yeah, that's good.
it's good to have
That's
this number.
perfect.
0424 751 776.
Okay, 0424751776.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So I will keep that one.
And lead numbers is
Yeah.
0419 136
136
494.
494. Great.
Did you want me to date this as well?
Yes, please, Sal. Now, Raf, I just need, when Sally finishes that, I need you both to fill out, this is what I talked about with the declaration of no legal impediment to marriage, which is the one that's saying that you
Sorry.
are not currently married to another person, neither of you is in a prohibited relationship, you're both over the age of 18, and there's no circumstance that would be a legal impediment for you to marry.
Okay.
So, Raf, if you could just fill out your name here. I am a person who, I'll write this here for you, person who has never been validly married. And the same for you, Sal. So if you could just do this side here and sign there. I've crossed out the section that doesn't apply to you. Thank you, Sally.
No worries. Thank you.
I will complete now. I'll just sign here. And as I said, we'll just hang on to this until we make our next meeting, and we'll sign off on the particulars there
Okay.
when Rafa gets back from his Brazilian
With the
trip.
documents, yeah,
Okay.
that's fine. Okay, thank you.
So, yeah, thank you, Sally. That's important that you sign that out, fill that out.
No worries.
And then we just got a couple more things to tick off.
Yep.
And then it was just a signature here, wasn't it? Yeah.
Thank you, Sarah.
No worries. Thank you.
So, so we just need to cover off the, it's my duty to inform you of pre-marriage counselling. We can discuss our fees, my celebrant fees, and then I can take you through my marriage ceremony design form.
Okay. Yep.
Okay.
That sounds good.
So, I have here for you my statement of fees.
Yeah.
Yep.
It just lists the breakdown of my charge. All that's required today is a signature from each of you that you're happy with the terms of payment. And from today, just to confirm the booking, for the booking and the initial meeting with the celebrant, it's $150.
Yep.
Okay. Yep. So that's today.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I've got my banking details included down the bottom there.
Okay. Great.
So if you'll have it, just have a read of that.
Yeah.
And if you're happy with that, you can sign down the bottom of that one.
Thank you. Just and both our signatures down here.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's all good.
Yeah.
So that covers everything in detail. There's one copy for you, one copy for me. $650 is the total.
Yeah.
And it explains there when you have time to pay that. It's not due until 30 days before the wedding. And I do have some refund options as well.
Okay.
Okay. Great.
Yeah, that's good.
Can you pay it today?
Yeah, but deposit today would be great.
Mhm.
Yeah, thank you.
That works.
So I have some information for you that I'm required to share with you. It's not a requirement of marriage at all, but thank you, Raf.
You're welcome.
I'll give you a copy of that as well.
Mhm.
As a celebrant, it's my duty to share with you the happy ever after before and after. Sorry, happily ever before and after information brochure. So that's a copy of that there that I've prepared for you. If you want to pop that aside, you can take that with you to have a read.
Yeah.
And I've also found in your local area on the Gold Coast 3 services that I would recommend.
Yeah.
One is a private one, so that a fee would apply to that. They offer marriage courses on the Gold Coast.
Okay.
The second one is Centre Care, which is run by Catholic Support Services.
Mhm.
They are quite affordable. And the third, Relationships Australia, they offer some free and subsidised relationship
Yeah.
counselling. They have a great website.
Yeah. Wonderful.
Thanks, Maggie.
Thank you. Cool. Yeah, we'll have a look through those.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's all of that out of the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you, I'd like to show you my marriage ceremony design form.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Have you got a vision for the wedding so far? Have you got some ideas?
Yeah, we know that we want it to be beach themed. Like from the start, that's what we said, because we love the beach. Like it's a big part of our relationship, and so it's mainly that's sort of the beach stuff, and then as far as like the actual ceremony goes, like I'd like my mum and dad to both walk me down the aisle.
That's nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and Rafa's mum's going to be there from
Yeah.
Brazil, so we want to incorporate something with her as well.
Yeah.
Should be really special.
Mm.
Yeah. So we've got some ideas, but some guidance would be great as well.
Sure.
If we, run
So
through
I
it.
have a design form
Yeah.
Cool.
which we can use to draft some of our ideas, and we can work from that together.
Cool.
Actually, at the start here is the presentation of the couple or the bride.
Yeah.
Traditionally, a bride was given away by her father. Some people still do that today, but not everyone, and there's certainly a lot of choices. Mother and father is a good choice and quite common. Sometimes the couple can be presented. So I might just note down here beside that you would like to be presented
Yep.
by both parents.
Yep. Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when we write the ceremony, as you come up to RAF, we can have some time there where RAF could shake hands with your parents and sort of do like a handover, and that gives you a chance as well to sort of hug and kiss your parents and thank them at that stage.
Yeah.
And then if you want to further in the ceremony, we can incorporate an asking where we can ask who gives the bride away this day, and they can both say we do together, or you don't have to do that either.
Yeah.
That's can be asked later in ceremony.
Yeah.
So would you like me to run you through just some dot points of how a ceremony can flow?
Yeah.
Just keep in mind that you can do whatever you like.
Yeah.
I've highlighted the 2 components in here that are requirements of law.
Okay.
So generally you'd have an introduction where I, as the celebrant, usually 3 or 4 paragraphs, would use my own words. At this point as well, we can include any details that you want the guests to know. You might have a hashtag. You might want to make them aware of the photographer. It's just nice sometimes to let them know that there's a professional photographer. They're welcome to take photos, but
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
make them aware of who the photographer is.
Yeah.
It's always a good idea. We can share the hashtag. We can ask if there's any guests that need any special seating or take care of any little kids, anything that just to make. We make sure that the groomsmen are there. Make sure that they're in position, and then we're sort of waiting for the bride. Then there's the bridal entrance. Usually the bridesmaids come first, the bride with her parents. We can do a little handover as we mentioned. Then the celebrant can thank the guests. Sometimes, particularly in your instance, there's your mother and, you know, certain very special guests who've travelled a long way. We can make sure that those guests are acknowledged and feel welcome.
Yeah.
On behalf of the marrying couple. At this point, there could be a reading, or there could be a blessing. Your mother might like to have brought a reading or a blessing, or sometimes people bring even sand or dirt or something significant, and even symbolism can be used at that point as well for the opening of the ceremony. So that might be a way to. Or it could be a reading. So you might have a friend. You might have, say, for example, someone in Brazil who can't make the wedding, like your father. There might be someone who wants to do a reading on someone else's behalf.
Okay.
So there's really a lot of creative ideas.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like on behalf of your family.
Yeah,
your mum would like to
it
do
sounds good.
For
We
everyone.
need to think about it and talk about it.
So after the introduction, you can have a bit of creative time with a reading or a music piece. Then there can be a statement, which could be the announcement of the giving away. Invite your parents to make a pledge and say, we do. And then there's the celebrant authority, which is the first component of the ceremony that is required by law. It's called the monitum. And it's a brief paragraph that I'm required to read.
Okay.
I also must introduce myself as the celebrant, and I must also, at least once in the ceremony, use your full names and also my full name.
Right.
Okay.
The ceremony needs to be heard,
Yeah.
particularly by the two over 18 witnesses, but also heard by the witnesses at large as well. So I have a really great PA system and a microphone, and I take care of all of that.
Good.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Thanks.
That's included in my fees. You don't have to worry about that.
Thanks, Maggie.
cool.
Two parts of the ceremony that are really great for the bride and groom to write and spend some time talking and thinking about. You can have both or one or none. Generally, they're called the asking or the pledge. The asking is that bit where you might have seen where a groom will ask some questions I as the celebrant will ask, and the groom will say, I will or I do. And then we'll ask the bride, and the bride will say, I will or I do. And it'll be like a promise that you want to make.
Yeah.
And it's lovely to write those in your own words.
Yeah, I'd really like to do that.
Yeah.
Sure.
And the pledge, I sort of prompt and do the asking for you with the asking. The pledge is different in that it can be something that you've written. So you can say, I, Raphael, promise to, or anything that you really want to stand up and say to that person, you can do within the pledge.
And can you do both the asking and the pledge? You can do whatever. Yeah.
Okay.
And they can lead seamlessly into the vows. The vows are the bit that is compulsory by law.
Yeah.
And the wording is very precise. And it's for me to say, I call upon the persons here present to witness that I can prompt you, but you actually, each of you have to say, I call upon the persons here present to witness that I Raphael, take thee, Sally, to be my lawful wife, and in the reverse. But I can prompt you, but you do have to
say the whole
say that.
yeah,
the whole sentence.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah.
So they're the only two bits, the section, the paragraph that I say, and then the vows, which we can have written out, that are required by law. The rest we can create and design together.
Yeah, that's great.
The exchange of rings usually follows the vows. With this ring, you know, I thee wed, or I give you this ring as a sign of my, all of those things I can give you examples of, and you can put your own personal touch or words to them.
Yeah.
You can have a ring blessing. There's all sorts of ring blessings. I can share some information with you. There's one where some of the wedding party or the guests have each held the ring and blessed it. I personally am scared of that one. Because the rings are very special and it's taken a lot of care to get them there. Discussing who has your rings is vital, and I'd like if you share with me as well where the actual rings will be.
Okay.
Yeah. But we'll have time to talk about that.
Yeah.
The declaration of marriage, again, can be in the couple's own words, can be an announcement by me, and it signifies pretty much the end of the ceremony. I let the witnesses know that we have seen here today the marriage of Sally and Raphael. And at that point, if you like as well, I can invite you to kiss, to seal it with a kiss. There's usually a nice applause. Everybody's very happy and relieved at that point. And then there's another really nice time for some music. Or something, Brazilian dances maybe.
Probably gonna have it, but
maybe later
in the party.
in the party. Because it's the signing of the register. Usually your photographer or people will want to. We can invite people to take some photos. But that is another legal component that's very important. We'll have a nice area set up. That's something that you'll organise with the surf club. But generally, it's much better to have seating arranged and a special purpose place for that. Because you'll keep your marriage certificate forever. And I will prepare that for you. I'll have that nicely written out. But it will need the signatures of yourself and Sally and your witnesses. So we'll have a nice pen, which I'll provide, but you want to make sure that you've got a special place for that.
Definitely.
It's all included in the packet.
That's
look
right.
into that.
And then the presentation of the couple. It's very important to think how you'd like to be presented, what names you're going to take, how you'd like to be announced for the very first time that you're being announced. So on my design form here, I've got the prompts for you, and then I've got columns where you can jot down ideas. I have an electronic copy of this as well.
Oh, great. Yeah, that'd be really great if you could email it too.
Okay.
And then we can go backwards and forwards.
Okay, great. I'll add that one to your things for today. I've got a client folder. This one's for you to take home. And then I prepare a client folder here as well, which, as I said, I keep locked up and privately secure for you. So that one's for today.
Thank you.
So I guess we mentioned the rehearsal. I'm available by email. As we get closer to the date, we'll probably share text messages. But you can feel free to contact me at any time. Do you have any questions from today?
Not so far.
No, I don't think so yet, but it's really great because it's made me think a lot. Do you think of the different things, and it's really exciting. gets you excited.
You already gave to us a few ideas.
Yeah.
You know, and
then-
it will be interesting to talk more about those and with you of course. And we're thankful that you are doing everything.
And that was all really clear, and it's great. It makes it feel so much easier.
We really appreciate you about your service. Thanks.
Yeah, thank you. So all we have to do when you get back from Brazil is we've just got to make the date for me to witness those documents.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay, great.
Thank you.
Sounds
Thank you,
good.
Sally.
Thank you, Margie. Nice to meet you.
Thanks, Margie. Nice to
Thank
meet you.